tell you is that since the 20th of December, we have had 4 people lose their lives on South Australian roads. Unfortunately, on the 20th of December, a 38-year-old male at Modbury fell off his bike. It appears that he's hit an object on the road, and he subsequently succumbed to his injuries this morning. Police were not advised of that incident and subsequently did not attend that incident. I can tell you on the 21st of December, an 81-year-old pedestrian was hit by a car at Flinders Park. As a result of that member's injuries, he subsequently lost his life this morning. Obviously, on the 25th of December at John Rice Avenue at Davern Park, a male lost his life after being struck by a car. And unfortunately, a short time ago at 10:50 this morning, on the Torrens Valley Road at Birdwood, a vehicle's left the road and a male has lost his life in that collision.
You must be beside yourself. Talk us through your emotions.
Oh, well, I'm extremely disappointed and I'm frustrated because with every one of these people that have lost their lives, there is a family that is impacted. There is a tragedy has occurred 4 times within our state for no reason. These collisions are preventable, and that's the frustration. The frustration also is the impact that you see have on the people that are left, and I don't think the majority of the public actually comprehend that. It is devastating. It's very early, we're still investigating. It appears the vehicle's left the road and collided with a tree.
The other deaths that you've announced this morning, 3, 2 that were announced, can you go into the circumstances about name and AL what you're investigating?
Well, as I said, it appears that a 38-year-old male has collided with an object on a road. He's subsequently been admitted to hospital on the 20th of December and he's succumbed to his injuries this morning. SAPOL weren't advised of that, so essentially we're commencing our investigation today.
Any reason why that wasn't relayed to you guys?
Well, that's something we'll certainly be looking at as part of our investigation.
When you say object, can you elaborate?
I don't have that level of detail at the moment.
And just with regards to yesterday's incident on John Rice Avenue, has there been any progress made regarding the second vehicle?
Look, we're trying to establish whether in fact there was a second vehicle. There's a significant amount of resource that's been put into that collision, and we have a number of different versions, and we're trying to get to the bottom of whether there actually was a second vehicle or whether there was no second vehicle at all. We don't know at this point in time.
Have you laid any charges against the first driver?
Not at this point in time, no.
Are they helping you with the
Yes, they are cooperating.
Just if the Superintendent knows, it's just happened, but there was an serious crash between a motorcyclist and a car. What's that situation and what can you advise us?
What I can tell you is I'm aware that there has been a collision on Gorge Road a short time ago. I don't have any further details. Literally, I was advised when I walked down here this morning.
When it comes to motorcyclists and their proportion of the lives lost on that road, is that significant?
Well, it's been extremely disappointing with both motorcyclists and pedestrians. A number of the pedestrians that have lost their lives on our road have directly contributed to the loss of their life because of their actions, and it's exactly the same with the motorcyclists. Last year we had very few motorcyclists killed. The majority of the motorcyclists that have lost their lives this year is a direct result of their behaviour on the roads. 100% preventable. As I said, an 81-year-old male was struck by a 90-year-old driver. It appears that driver's not at fault, and as a result there was non-life-threatening injuries, but as quite often happens with elderly people, subsequently he succumbed to his injuries this morning, unfortunately.
And the 2 instances, the Modbury and the one you just talked about, which hospitals were they?
I don't have that level of detail.
What can be done? You've announced a new initiative about lives lost. You've spoken at great length about what people can do. What needs to change in the new year and into next year to try and bring this very devastating statistic down?
What we need is a change in attitude. We need people to understand that this isn't an issue for SAPOL. This is a community issue. We'll be out there, we'll be educating, we'll be preventing, and we'll be enforcing. But this isn't something that we have the magic bullet to fix. People need to not be complacent and they need to be responsible, because every life lost on our road this year has been preventable. And as I said, please associate the 111 lives lost with a human tragedy in each circumstances. There is 111 families that have been absolutely devastated. Work colleagues, loved ones, communities. It's not just a number. Every one of these people have loved ones and have a backstory that's going to endure well beyond their tragedy.
Do you need to change anything more?
Look, I think we're doing all we can. We need the community to get on board and be part of the solution.
How do you do that? Because you've been saying that for months now and people don't seem to be listening.
We continue to look at our opportunities within all aspects of the media. We continue to educate because we are a significant educator in road safety, the biggest in the state, and we want to prevent these occurrences, and we continue to enforce particularly the Fatal 5 offences, and we make no apologies for doing that, and we will target recidivist road users. If you want to behave badly on the road, SAPOL will target you and take you off the road.
When it comes to the 4 years since the 20th, how has this changed in terms of fatal incidents happening within the last year? Is this a higher than usual number of people who died in those period of time?
Look, I haven't done that analysis at this point in time, but from my recollection, I think in the last 4 or 5 days last year, 5 people lost their lives on our road. So there's a cautionary tale in itself.
So that message is going to keep be safe over the country.
There's a lot of people on the roads, there's a lot of people in rural areas, there are a lot of people that are driving long distances that they're not used to. It's just about making responsible and sensible decisions, because you're much better to get to your destination a half an hour later than you wanted to get there than not get there at all. And that's what people have to understand. That's the seriousness of what we're talking about. People are leaving and they're not coming home. We'll look at it. When we investigate a fatality, we look at every aspect of that investigation and the circumstances surrounding that collision. So we'll look at everything.
Last question.